Hi, I'm Paul Frediani, and welcome to Golf Flex. I'm here today at beautiful Montauk Downs Golf Course to demonstrate my Golf Flex program. Golf Flex is a 10-minute, no device, no gimmick flexibility program designed for golfers of all ages and all levels. Golf Flex was designed specifically to warm up and prepare the muscles used in golf. You know, most people hate to stretch. They find stretching time-consuming, complex, or boring. But the benefits of stretching are well documented. You can reduce your rate of injury, you can increase your range of motion, and reduce your post-game soreness. These are good things, yes? And adding anywhere from 10 to 30 yards on your drive, boring? So follow me as I demonstrate how effective and efficient the Golf Flex program is.
Feel some torque here, and you should feel some tension on the outside of your right.
When it comes to talking about how flexibility training directly impacts the mechanics of your golf swing, there's no better person to talk to than a pro. Let's meet Kevin Smith, the PGA Pro here at the Montauk Downs Golf Course. Hi, Kevin.
Paul, how are you?
Fine, thanks. How you doing?
Doing well. Working here with Patty a little bit, showing her some moves to help her be a little bit more consistent, teaching her bigger muscles how to torque up. Okay, and just drop it and let it all go. Had a pretty good golf swing there, Patty.
Thank you. Beautiful.
Paul, perfect day out here in Montauk.
Luckiest man alive. How'd you get this job here? How are you so lucky?
I am lucky being out here in Montauk.
Tell me, Kevin, from your perspective, how do you find that flexibility training has improved the golfer's game today?
Well, you see it in the PGA Tour the last few years. Strength and flexibility conditioning are an important part of a golfer's regimen. It's just like hitting golf balls. It's all part of the same thing.
And how do you think flexibility helps for warm-up and also helps to alleviate post-game soreness?
Well, certainly to try to attain certain positions in the golf swing, a golfer must have their muscles warmed up, stretched. They need to become more supple. They also need to become stronger, too, to be able to support the moves that need to be made.
Would you go through the golf swing for us so we could review some of the Golf Flex hotspots?
Sure.
Great. Kevin, can I see you get to address position, please?
Sure, Paul.
Let's review some of the flex spots here. Lower back, neck in this degree of angle, quadriceps, hamstrings, Achilles tendon. Great, Kevin. Would you go to a backswing, please? And hold it. Kevin has a great flexibility in his shoulders. You have tight shoulders, it's going to affect your lower back. The back of both shoulders, inner thigh, outer thigh, quadriceps, Achilles tendons. Would you go to an impact position and hold it? The key point right here, hands in wrist position, where the tire meets the road. Flexible hands and wrist. Inner thigh, outer thigh, abdominals, and rotate all the way through. Great. And you notice how Kevin's hips rotate all the way around. Tight hips will also affect your lower back. Both shoulders, abdominals, quadriceps, hamstrings, Achilles tendons, and calves. That was great, Kevin.
Paul, thank you.
Very good. Thanks a lot. Now we know what to stretch and why to stretch. Let's keep these few pointers in mind. Never hold your breath. Maintain an easy and free breathing pattern. Never bounce or jerk while you're stretching, a sure way of injuring yourself. Maintain good posture. Posture and flexibility go hand in hand. Never overstretch. Stretching is not a competition. Maintain your own level of comfort. And finally, during your Golf Flex stretch program, focus your mind and your body to relax and prepare yourself for the game. Let's take a look at the program. I'll be demonstrating static and functional active stretching, also known as dynamic stretching. Static stretching, we move into the stretch and we hold it for 10 to 20 seconds. static stretching is the safest and simplest way to stretch. I do recommend, though, before static stretching, to warm up rhythmically for 5 minutes. And that's as easy as walking from your car to the clubhouse, or as simple as vacuum cleaning around the house if you're doing this program at home. And your wife will love you for it. Dynamic stretching involves actively moving into a stretch and holding it for 1 to 2 seconds, repeating the motion 4 to 6 times. Dynamic stretching will warm up your core temperature, stretch your muscles, and prepare your body for the rate of motion and speed for your golf game. It's the ultimate golf flex stretch. And remember, regardless of which way you go, never force or overstrain your muscles when you stretch. Yeses and nos. Yes, slight pressure on the back of your neck. Just a nice gentle stretch. About 4 or 5 times. Great. And now we'll do nose. Having a flexible neck will keep your eye on the ball when you rotate during your backswing. We do about 5 rotations backwards. Warms up the shoulders. Let's reverse this position. And it also continues to warm up the neck for the swing. Oh, this feels good. I'm going to stretch the side of our back, rhythmically move in and out. Place the hand below the elbow. We're stretching a big muscle on our side and our waist. Do this about 5 times to one side, and we're going to repeat the motion on the other side. Once you get used to this motion, you can increase the level by bending more at the waist. This will help your backswing, your downswing, and your follow through. Oh, this is a wonderful stretch. Get another one on this side. Good. Got to keep your shoulders relaxed on this one. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Your shoulders and your ears are mortal enemies when it comes to stretching. This is great for both your backswing and your follow through. You got to stretch the back of your shoulders. And keep breathing and do the other side. And breathe. Stretch and breathe. Great. Wrap your arms around a big old redwood tree and then come back. Wrap them around and back. You'll feel this all up through your spine, your neck, and your lower back. Helps backswing, follow through, and impact. Ah, nice. And we'll do one more for Navy. And back. Good. I'll turn to the side to show you the rooster crow. Hands behind your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Look up a little bit. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Stretch out your chest. And then go into the tree hugger. Come back. Go into the rooster crow. And tree hugger. And rooster crow. Tree hugger. And rooster crow. We're stretching out our chest and our back simultaneously. This is great for both backswing and follow through. Ah, excellent stretch. And breathe. Ah. Rotator cuffs. A major source of injuries for golfers. You want to keep these nice and warmed up before you start playing the game. Press down, press back gently. Press down, press back. Stretch out your rotator cuffs. Make sure you breathe. Keep your shoulder blades back. Out and back, out and back, out and back. We're going to continue warming up the rotator cuffs, up and down. Your thumbs will point down to the ground, baby fingers to the sky. We're just getting some blood going to your rotator cuff. This will prepare your backswing and your follow through. Just warm it up. Keep your shoulder blades down and back. Great. A wonderful overall body stretch. Our waist, our back, our hips. The old peach pickers here. Reach. You can increase the stretch by bending your waist. Great overall body warm-up, preparing for downswing, backswing, and follow-through. And breathe, stretch, and breathe, and stretch. Great. Now this is my favorite stretch, the willow tree. Cross your feet, interlace your fingers, and reach to the side. I'm stretching all my back, my hips, my shoulders, very important, my forearms, and I'm just going to go back and forth. Stretch, and stretch. This is also an excellent stretch to maintain your balance, and we need good balance in golf. It also helps prepare you for your address, your backswing, and your follow through. And don't hold your breath. You should be getting nice and warmed up now, nice and toasty. Warming up our wrist. Now, how important is it to prepare your hands and wrists for your golf game? This is where your tire meets the road. And these are our finger spreaders. Not only can you do these before the game, you could do these during the game. Prepare your hand for the impact and the feel on the club. Warming up your forearms and stretching them will help you to avoid that nasty old golfer's elbow, which can become a chronic problem and keep you off the course. Flex and flex. Slight pressure, your hand on both sides. You can do this during the course of the game also. Start this stretch off slowly. Golf is a rotation sport. We're warming up our waist, driving the power from our legs up through the torso, up through the shoulders. As you get warmed up, rotate a little more. Keep your head facing forward so your shoulders rotate around. You could also do this one by dropping your hands in the opposite pocket, stretching your torso. Keep your knees slightly bent. Remember when you were in 6th grade? You ever had a hula hoop? I'm going to start these off real small, and we're going to go in both directions. I'm going to widen out my feet, shoulder width apart. That's it. The drive of the golf club is driven through the hips. We want to warm up the inner and outer thigh for both follow through and backswing. And then start getting a big rotation both ways. With our knees slightly bent, we're going to bend at the waist. We're going to stretch out the back of our legs, our butt, and our calves a little bit. Down and back. Now we want to remember that you're only folding over at the waist. You're not bending at your back. I'll turn over to the side so you can see. I'm going to fold over only at the waist and back. And back. And as you get comfortable with these, keep your knees straight and stretch and back. Stretch and back. Stretch. Great for the back of your legs. After walking those 18 holes, or preparing you to walk those 18 holes, tight hamstrings also create a tight lower back. So you want to keep these nice and stretched. Stay with your breath. Down and back. Go in, feel the stretch, and then come back up. I want to show you a couple of ways to stretch out your quadricep, the front of your legs. Very important during your address and walking those 18 holes. Also very important to keep a nice stretched out quadricep for your lower back. We'll start off simply by bringing one knee down to the ground and pressing forward and back and forward and back. This is the simplest form of this quadricep stretch. Press and back. Not only are we working the right quadricep right here, but we're also actually helping mobility in our left ankle, moving forward and back. And we'll switch to the other side. Forward and back. Forward and back. Each time press a little lower. You'll feel it right up to your groin area. Now if you want to make this more dynamic and a little bit more challenging, we'll just move it each time down and switch. Down and switch. And breathe each time. And try going a little lower each time. Challenge yourself, but don't go into the pain. It should feel good. Now if you want to work on your balance at the same time, we'll do this standing up. And we'll grab our right shoelace and hold and switch and hold and switch and hold and switch and hold. We'll do this to the side. Switch. Very challenging on your balance. And you can press your hips forward, you get a better stretch. So those are three versions for your quadricep. We're going to work on our calves and our Achilles tendon. Left foot forward, right foot back. Keep your right heel on the ground, the right leg straight, press forward. We're working on our calf muscle. Lower part of our right leg. Now to incorporate stretching the Achilles in this, lift up the right heel and back. Lift up the heel, bend the knee a little bit and back. Lift up and back. Very important to stretch out your Achilles tendon before going out and playing 18 holes of golf. Also stretching out your calf and your Achilles tendon will help prevent something called plantar fasciitis. It's a very irritating fascia on the bottom of your foot. Let's do it to the other side. My right foot forward, bent right knee, straight left leg, press my heel down and stretch and press forward. Press and stretch forward. Press and stretch forward. Now I'm going to incorporate my Achilles by bending my left knee, stretch and back. Stretch and back. stretch, and back. Stretch, and back. Very important stretch, and very important to try to incorporate even after your golf game. We're going to warm up our ankles and our knees. You put a tremendous amount of pressure on your knees with your downswing. You want to make sure your ankles and your knees are properly warmed up, or just getting some fluid going to them. Keep your abdominals nice and tight, and keep breathing, going both directions. You should feel nice warmth through your ankles, your quadriceps, warming up all these muscles. We're warming up our inner thighs. Nice wide stance. Important for both backswing and follow through. Breathe, keep your abdominals tight. Give yourself a little stretch. A more advanced version of this, you place your hands down to the ground and keep rotating back and forth. You feel a nice stretch on your inner thighs. This feels good. Our finishing touch in our golf flex stretch is hay balers. We're going to lean down towards the left toe, and I'm going to reach over and rotate over my right shoulder, down and back. We're using all our ranges of motion, torso and legs, and we're going to do about 10 on each side. As you get used to this motion, you can increase the speed and add more rotation. And I'm going to switch sides. Rotate, down, up, down, up. Now your heart rate should be increasing when you're doing this. You should be getting a little sweat in your forebrow, because we're about ready to hit the course. That was a great warm-up, but I know for some of you, some of these stretches might be a little advanced. So let's take a brief look at these static stretches and how we can do these in a more simplified version. The yeses and nos. The yes, place the hand behind the head, gentle pressure, and breathe. Hold it 10 to 20 seconds. The no, slight pressure on your jaw, rotate your chin, and hold it, and breathe. None of these stretches should cause any discomfort or pain. The back scratcher, place the hand below the elbow, hold, and breathe. Place the hand below the elbow, bring it across your midline, keep your shoulders away from your ear, hold, and breathe. 10 to 20 seconds. Wrap your arms around the tree, keep your abdominal tight, hold, breathe, and relax. The rooster crow. Place your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, bend your knees slightly, squeeze your shoulder blades back, lift your arms up, hold it. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, feel that stretch in your chest. The rooster crow. Where did I get that name? Bye-byes. Stretch backwards, hold. Press down, hold. Peach pickers, feet a little bit wider than hips apart. Reach and grab that peach. One arm goes towards the sky, the other arm towards the floor. Hold, breathe, abdominal tight. Reach for that sky. And switch to the other side. Hold and breathe. And down. Now I know some of these stretches are challenging for your balance system. You could still do them statically. You could use your golf cart, your golf club, a tree, something to hold on to. I'm going to do a modified version of the willow tree. One hand on my cart, cross my ankles, and reach over. And hold it 10 to 20 seconds. And release. The forearm flex and stretch. Hold. And then switch sides. And hold. The finger spreader, hands together, and squeeze. Feet a little bit wider than hips apart, arms out to the side, bend your knees slightly, and rotate, and hold that position. Keep your abdominals nice and tight. Keep your head facing forward. And switch to the other side. And hold. The same movement can be done placing opposite hand in opposite pocket. Hold. And switch. And hold. Hamstring stretch. Feet parallel. Knees just slightly bent. Bend over at the waist. And hold it. Our quadriceps stretch. Place your hand on the cart or your golf club. Grab your right foot and pull back. And hold 20 seconds. Increase the stretch by pressing your hip forward. I have one hand on the golf cart, right foot back, press my right heel down to the ground, and push forward. Engage the Achilles tendon by lifting the right heel off the ground, and hold. Our inner thigh stretch. Take a nice wide stance, hands on your thighs, and bend one knee. Go only to your own range of motion. Hold it. And then switch to the other side. Press your hips down to feel the stretch in the inner thigh. Great. So whether you choose dynamic or static, go at your own pace. The key to making the Golf Flex program work for you is consistency. You need to stretch on a daily basis to see results. 10 minutes a day, that's all you need. And you can do it anywhere, at the office or in front of the TV while watching the news. Once you learn the Golf Flex stretch, you can take it anywhere. You may already have a copy of the Golf Flex book. In it you'll find complete description of all the stretches, plus plenty of information on injury prevention, strength conditioning, and more. You can always post me online at getfitnow.com and post me on the experts forum. So remember, stretching is important, but to get results, you need to stretch daily. The Golf Flex program is easy and simple to use, and it works. I'm Paul Frediani.
And I'm Kevin Smith.
Increase your flexibility, lower your scores.